Hey, it's me again. Welcome back. I know it's been a while. I've had some household duties to take care of. But anyways, I'm itching to get back to work on this truck. Got to finish tearing out the dashboard and the interior that's still left in it. This will probably be a short video. We'll do a little talking after we get all that out. Let's continue on. It's been a while. don't forget to wear your safety glasses when you're cutting with a saw, chop saw, any saw. I forgot to put mine on right when I started, and my eye right there, a little burr. Missed my eyeball, which is good. And it hurt because it was burning hot. But I learned my lesson. I put them on after that. Okay, well, as you can see, there's nothing left of the truck. I can't cut much more out, or there really wouldn't be anything left. But that's okay, that's the point. Next, I'm going to clean up these edges here all the way down the side. And box them in so they're a lot nicer and straight. After I box in those running boards, I guess the inside of the running boards, I got to center up the cab on this frame so it doesn't move anymore. Yes, I am going to do a tube frame chassis on this truck. I have never in my life bent any tubing or built any tube frame anything. I have YouTube University'd a lot of it, and I love the way it looks, and I think it's going to work great. Just got to figure out how to do it. I'm going to learn, and hopefully somebody else is going to learn, because I don't know how to do it, and I'm going to go through a lot of tubing to make mistakes, but that's just kind of how it works. You got to learn and make mistakes and get good at what you do, or get good at what you want to do. I did find a tube bender on Marketplace, but it doesn't have any dies. So I have to look for, I'm probably just going to buy a brand new die because you can't really find dies for sale, because I've looked. So I will get a die and buy some tubing, and we'll start doing that next. Well, it's the next day, and yeah, you gotta wear your safety glasses. That kind of bugs me. Anyways, after consulting myself, I'm not gonna do this running board down here the whole way. Let me turn you around. So somebody, when they were cutting the floor out, really hacked up the side here, the running board. This whole side got just more cut out than should have. The other side's fine. It's not as bad. Somebody definitely got carried away over here. Ridiculous. Anyways, I'm just gonna do a 4 by 6 inch plate over here. That'll take care of some of this hacked up job over here. I'll fill the rest in with something else later. I'm going to do that on the back side of the cab on both sides. And then later I will do 2 spots on the front. And this back one will be my starting point for the tubing. Not sure if I'm going with 1.5 or 1.75. Here is my 4-inch flat stock, 3/16. Maybe a little overkill, but better to overdo it than underdo it. I'll get the saw out and start cutting. All right, so I got the 6-inch plates cut for the left and right. These 4-inch plates are going to go on top. The tube's going to be welded onto this. I'm going to drill holes in these for nuts in the back. So I can bolt this plate on. For temporary use only. And I'll explain more of that later. So let's go drill some holes. All right, got those nuts welded on there. I would touch them, but they're really hot. That'll do just fine. I drilled holes in these also, too big, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Just for mock-up purposes anyways, and then it'll fully get welded on. So for now, this will work. Let's go work on the running boards. got these cut and welded on. These pieces welded on. These are bolted for now, just to stay right there. And we will work on the front ones now. Okay, I got the front ones done. This is the passenger side. This is the side that somebody cut the crap out of the side of it. So I'm gonna have to brace it up. It looks like crap right now, but it's gonna need some bracing, so we're gonna have to fill that in. I had to add one there. And of course the bottom, I can't even get a good shot of that. I don't even know if this is gonna work. But that one's on there. This one's the better side, so it looks a little bit better. We'll clean that up and make it work. On to the next part. Here is the rear subframe. I'm gonna take the rear diff out of this and the axles, and we're gonna make a jig for all of the mounting spots for the rear control arms and everything. So we can position that in the frame when that time comes. But for now, we're just gonna make a jig. So we can get that all lined up. Okay, got the rear subframe up on my small fab table and got it leveled. It is level, and it is level. Now I'm going to make sleeves for all of the mounting points that mount up all. This is a mounting point also, and there's a mounting point under here for the upper A-arms, track bars that this car has. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 15. Just kidding. So let's do that. Let's make some sleeves. I got a piece of this tubing at the local hardware store, and this is the biggest bolt that this car, 2 different size bolts, but this is a little too big, so we're going to make it a little snugger. Snugger, is that a word? Snugger? Anyways, we'll make it a little smaller, and then the other bolt is a little bit smaller than this one, so I'll cut them to length and we will make them fit. All right, I cut all the sleeves that I need. Still need a little touch up, but as you can see, they don't fit quite right. Do this one-handed. This is the smallest bolt, I believe. So I'm going to slice it down the center and squeeze it and make it fit a little bit better to the bolt. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just basically a placeholder. So that's what we're going to do now. And there you have it. So all I did was slice it down the middle, long ways. Bent this end inside of itself with the vise. Crimped it around till it got close, stuck the bolt in, and it's a perfect fit. Now I'll just tack it in a couple spots just so it doesn't move when that time comes. Okay, I have this scrap steel here that I'm going to use to make my jungle gym jig. So let's see what happens. as they say, that is it in a nutshell. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'm going to put more weld on it just to strengthen it up a little bit, but once we get it out of here, it'll be a jig. This is not in it. And I will just do the same to the other side. Okay, there it is. Took the rear subframe, I guess. And it just looks kind of funny. But that's the way it's supposed to be. So when we're ready, I'll get this set in and we'll make some tabs off of the tubing. But until then, okay, it's another day. It's a little chilly out this morning. The garage isn't open yet. And I need more light in here. It's kind of dark in this corner. Anyways, yesterday I added that piece to the frame table so the rear diff has a little more room to sit on when I put it back in here. Right now I'm going to make some tabs to attach to the truck and go down to the frame table so that the truck doesn't move, and we can center it up and leave it where it's going to be kind of a permanent spot, so it doesn't move around anymore. So let's go make those right now. Okay, I found some scrap metal that I'm going to use for these tabs. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, just has to hold the cab in place. Nothing crazy. Let's cut them out and we'll go from there. It is now firmly attached. Not permanent, but semi-permanent. I just tack welded these cross braces that I made to be movable in place, as well as screwed those plates we made to the cab and tack welded them to the frame also. So it is centered, not going anywhere. So I attached the cab to the frame, but I forgot that I was going to space it up 2 inches. While I was editing this video, I realized I forgot that, and I just ran out here and did it. So I put 2-inch blocks under the cab and the table. And then I had to make my brackets that I made to hold the cab to the frame in one place. I had to make them longer. And make sure it stayed center, and it is. It's right down the middle, so we should be good. But I caught it early, and we're good to go now. All right, that's it for this episode. Finally another one in the books. Hopefully I'll get one out a week here for the next few weeks, depending on if I have materials to work with. That's my holdback right now. I need materials. So anyways, thanks for joining. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend, phone a friend, tell everybody you know to subscribe to help the channel out and get this going a little faster. I'm excited and ready to do some work. So anyways, until next time, thank you very much.